You're introduced to the world with a violent welcome, a sudden drop onto the hard, open plains of the American West. Your mother gives you a few rough licks, cleaning you off not out of affection, but out of necessity, as the smell of birth is a dinner bell for every predator in a 5-mile radius. She nudges you, a silent command to get your ridiculous, wobbly legs less like limbs and more like biological stilts to start working. After a few pathetic faceplants, you're shakily upright. You stumble over to the all-you-can drink milk bar located conveniently under your mother. It's your first and only meal for now. But there's no time to relax. Mom is already on the move, and you have to keep up with her relentless pace. This is your new family, a handful of mares, and that one big guy, the Stallion. He's the leader, the protector, and also, your dad. You're not the only one stumbling around. The herd is full of other foals, all looking like miniature, uncoordinated adults. You awkwardly sniff each other, a clumsy introduction to the only social circle you'll have for the next couple of years. At 4 months old, you're sick of milk and decide to try that green stuff the adults are always chewing. It's tough and flavorless. As you're struggling with your first bite, a sharp, musky scent drifts on the wind. Your ear twitches. You look up. A wolf is staring at you, a warm meal on legs. Before your brain can even process the command to run, the Stallion is there, a 4-legged bodyguard, snorting and stomping, a living alarm system. The wolf sizes him up, does a quick cost-benefit analysis, and decides that tangling with an angry, 1,000-pound stallion and his entire harem isn't worth the effort. It vanishes back into the brush. Well, that was easy. Now, back to figuring out how to eat this stupid grass. The days blur into a monotonous routine. Eat, rest, run. You watch your father constantly fight off other stallions, trying to steal his mares. Life is a cycle of grazing and brief moments of violence. Then, one morning, the air changes. A cold bite signals that winter is coming. Your easy life is over. The lush grass withers, water sources freeze, and your days are now spent on long, grueling treks, searching for scraps. Survival is no longer a given. Your soft, full coat thickens, a thin layer of insulation from nature that does little more than make the misery of the freezing wind slightly more bearable. 2 years pass, you've survived, and you're no longer a foal. You're a young stallion, full of energy, and that's a problem, a big one. The good times are officially over. Your own father, the stallion who once protected you, now sees you as a threat. He becomes your biggest bully, and life is a constant barrage of kicks, bites, and aggressive shoves. He's making it very clear. You are no longer welcome here. You have 2 options. Challenge him for control of the herd, in a fight you will definitely lose, or leave. You take the hint. This is nature's cruel eviction notice. As you turn to leave, you see your friends getting the same treatment. The young mares, however, get to stay. Your mother doesn't give you a second glance. Now, you're an outcast, wandering the wilderness with a few other exiled males. You've formed a fraternity of outcasts, a roving gang of hormonal teenagers with no direction. Your days are spent looking for food, avoiding wolves, and fighting each other. These aren't playful spars. They are brutal contests to establish a hierarchy. This bachelor herd is a brutal corporate ladder, and the only way to climb it is through violence. You watch, you learn, and you fight, taking your lumps until you're big and strong enough to give them back. Let's fast forward. After years of bloody brawls, you've finally fought your way to the top. You are now the leader of the bachelor herd. What's next? You need your own herd of mares. You lead your gang across the plains. Searching for a herd with a weak-looking leader, you find one. Their stallion looks old, tired. Your buddies hype you up, ready for a show. This isn't a battle for survival. It's a violent job interview, and you're the applicant. The old stallion sees you. He knows the rules. The fight is a brutal ballet of kicks and bites. He's old, but he has teeth, and they hurt. The fight is a desperate, bloody affair. Maybe you win, maybe you lose. The first few times, you lose. You retreat, covered in bruises and shame, and your gang follows, their respect for you slightly diminished. Each failure is a lesson written in scars. Finally, at age 5, you succeed. You defeat a stallion and claim his herd. It's a hollow victory. Your bachelor gang dissolves, knowing the cycle will continue. You haven't won a kingdom. You've inherited a prison. Welcome to your new life. You are the chief of security, the head scout, the bouncer, and the punching bag. Your job is to fend off wolves, find food and water for everyone, and fight, constantly. The threats are endless. Wolves, mountain lions, and a never-ending stream of ambitious young stallions, who see you as the old man you once defeated. You are at your peak, a powerful and magnificent creature, but it's a stressful, thankless job. You are a king with no subjects, only responsibilities. At age 12, you're a veteran. You know these plains like the back of your hand. But you feel the years, your muscles ache. You're a fraction of a second slower. And in this world, a fraction of a second is everything. Today, another young stallion stands before you, full of the same stupid ambition you once had. You prepare for another fight, just like all the others, but this time ... it's different. He's faster, stronger. It's over before you know it. You're defeated. And the mares you spent years protecting don't give you a second glance. They follow their new leader without hesitation. To them, you were never a partner. You were a function, a living shield, and now, your function is obsolete. For the first time since you were exiled as a teenager, you are completely alone. Old, battered, and stripped of your purpose. You wander the same plains you once ruled, a ghost in your own kingdom. Winter is coming. This time there is no herd to huddle with for warmth. There are no other horses to help you find scarce food beneath the snow. You push on, your body aching with cold. You find shelter under a cliff, the same spot where you once shared body heat with your family. Now, the only thing here is the biting wind. You see a familiar shape in the distance. It's that old wolf you chased away dozens of times. He remembers you, and this time, he's not alone. There's no heroic final stand. There's just the cold, the hunger, and the inevitable. Your life wasn't a grand adventure of freedom. It was alone, and the wilderness has come to collect.